ground cherry jam is not the flavor I would have expected, but the more I have, the more I like it. Charlotte Barrett strawberries, everbearing. Dwarf mulberry. Western sand cherry, despite being attacked by rabbits, is doing very well. No berries this year because I did not have a pollinator. Got some seeds that are going to be sprouting soon for some bush beans, which will be going in this area here. I figure I can get 6 or 8 plants in this spot. Seems to be doing much better now though, after the bad weather. Getting new leaf growth finally. I might start them a bit later next year. Still playing around with those numbers. I just keep running out of room. Market more cucumbers, some transplants, some seeds. Seeds are sprouting, that's good. I don't actually remember which cucumber this is. Could be tasty cucumber. Or beet alpha. I think that's what it is, beet alpha. It's doing quite well. Quite the massive plant. This is the French fingerling. Yeah, French fingerling potato plant. This is from one potato. I put 2 in, but one of them rotted out before sprouting. Amongst the flowering rocket, there are some more peppers. Jimmy Nardello and a King of the North. You good, buddy? What's that line from Oppenheimer? I am become death. At least if you're a potato beetle. This is the Clancy potato. I'm pretty sure I have 2 plants in here. Seems to be doing pretty well. That is what a Clancy potato looks like. There's the plant. It's yeah, accumulated quite a lot of size. These are not your friend. Clancy potato. Looks like she's already starting to flower. While we're here, harvest this. Lettuce. So this is mostly brassicas. Got some kohlrabi, got some collards, some broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. So far, however, the Catarina cabbage seems to be the only one that is obviously heading up. She's getting ahead. And this is the shortest one, so it should be done faster than the others. But this guy seems to be just starting now. Purple cabbage. This is snowball or self-blanching, I believe. And got some collards over there. Another brassica of some kind. There you go, thank you. And over here we've got a couple of celeries, mostly green onions, all ropes and tomato. Seems to be doing pretty well so far. Although look at the color of these. These are the red, darkest colored tomatoes I've seen. I'm finally getting flowers on the blue shelling pea, which interestingly has a more pinkish colored flower. I'm gonna look for early season peas next year. Unfortunately, I'm running into an issue where my pickling cucumbers are gonna need the space that is being taken up by the peas here. Well, the yellow snap peas seem to be further along. Snow peas, rather. The white peas are, I don't even remember what they are. Anyways, might have to take some of them out, depending on the growth of these plants. Maybe I'll just put them up a post. That's another option. The garlic seems to be doing very well. It's taller than last year, so, we'll see what that means. No garlic escape appearances yet, though, so she's still got a ways to go. Last year these were harvested around July 25th, so we'll see if that date follows this year. And of course, more tomato plants. This is black crim or something like that. At least one tomato on it so far. Plenty more on the way. No tomatoes on this one, but several flowers. And this guy is doing pretty well as well. Got one nice tomato on here. More flowers on the way. This is Téton de Venus. This plant has been incredibly scraggly, difficult to manage, and we're on the verge of getting flowers. More peas growing. Yellow snap peas. Yellow snow peas. Definitely the fastest growing of the bunch. So we'll see how they freeze, because that's my main goal with these guys. And then over here, the boysenberry. Look at all the flowers. There were 3 berries last year. I got one of them. The other 2 were eaten by squirrels, presumably. But this year, oh, look at you. Really large flowers. We'll see. I'm hopeful. Starting to harvest some fruits. I'll be harvesting strawberries throughout June, raspberries throughout July, kiwis, hopefully, in August, gooseberries, currants, loganberries, boysenberries, lots of berries. No blueberries. I might try those again in the future, but they have been way too finicky for me. The first nasturtium of the season. Sorry, strawberries. We ain't got nothing on raspberries. Today's mighty harvest: Katerina cabbage and DiMaggio onion. More a test bowl to see if they're ready. They're not. And since it's gonna rain tomorrow a lot, and today, harvesting this guy so it doesn't crack. Although this is kind of funky, is what it is. Herb bed Roma tomatoes are starting to blush. Give them a few more days before I pull. Black raspberries are also starting to ripen. These are black raspberries, which seems confusing. Head is starting to form on the purple cauliflower. It's not very big yet. Boysenberries. I have to protect them. Reds, crazy grapes, I think. I've already harvested 3 or 4 of them. Trying to get a blush on this tomato, which is that. It was the cabbage of times. It was the Brussels sprouts of time. Red Acres cabbage. Never really got the chance to head up before the heat started. It's coming down today. Snowball cauliflower. Not doing great. So that's coming down too. Time to make room for more plants. And my failed snowball cauliflower. 55 days in my ass. 55 days from 100 days, maybe. Now there's plenty of room for the zucchini, which is apparently fluorescent this morning. So much more spacious now. Sauerkraut. It's as easy as 3 ingredients, apparently, and a bit of gear. I've got Katerina cabbages here. 2% pickling salt based on the weight of the cabbage. A clean mason jar. A weight for the mason jar. Turns out it's a pretty simple process. If I can make sauerkraut, so can you. a Russian red garlic, Spanish rojo, maybe. It's either the name of the garlic or a type of burrito. The Russian red was the biggest. This is the music, actually, I believe. I only had a few musics. German red, music, Spanish rojo. They say your music is about your typical store size. This one's smaller, but who knows? Maybe the taste will be amazing. I'm also going to test which of these stores the longest, assuming the flavor's good. I know the music will store through at least a couple of months, as it's planted in October. In this new bed, where the greenhouse used to be, there are 4 determinate tomatoes. And hidden inside, there is a celery. Ooh, hello celery. It's been doing quite well, even though it's not getting as much sun as the rest of the plants. They're growing kind of wild at this point, but the bed's still done pretty well. The first Amish paste in the in-ground garden is doing quite well despite not getting the best care. But at this point I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomatoes on it already, so I can't really complain. And one of them is starting to ripen. Boysenberry season's over, ended about 2 weeks ago. Still 1 or 2 hanging on. Although I ate most of them, I did keep enough to make a small batch of jam, so we'll see how that tastes. So they produced quite well, especially compared to last year where I harvested 2 berries. Black Beauty tomato. This one's about to start ripening. I've harvested 3 of these so far. My verdict on them: in terms of a sandwich tomato, I don't know that I'd recommend them. The skin is fairly thick. That said, it's a very meaty tomato, so it could make for a very good sauce. So I'll have to save enough to make at least a small batch of sauce, because I don't think I'd be growing this one again for fresh eating. If you could have tomatoes, you would probably agree, wouldn't you? But tomatoes don't eat dogs. I hope. Dogs also don't eat tomatoes. Brad's Crazy Cherry is doing quite well. I've already harvested a few handfuls, and it continues to produce pretty decent amounts. Flavor is pretty mild. I'd say on the sweeter side. There's a yellow tomato, so that makes sense. They do drop easily, so be aware of that. Not the biggest ones, they're just your typical cherry tomatoes. I'm not a huge tomato fan, although I am starting to become one. I can handle these tomatoes. Good in a salad, good on bruschetta. I would grow these again. Very productive, as the name implies. Finally, a gazania. This slightly shaded spot has been great for the celery and the Swiss chard. They've grown quite well despite the heat we've been getting, as long as they're watered regularly. Carrots are sprouting. Will there be carrots by the time the frosts hit? always a question. But if nothing else, I can use the carrot tops. They make for a really good pesto. Well, a decent pesto. Mixed with basil, mint. It can be quite tasty, actually. The mostly converted over to everbearing strawberries bed. Albion strawberries and Charlotte strawberries. I have not had any Charlotte strawberries yet. However, I've had a few Albion, which is just a normal basic strawberry. If I can have strawberries, even if a smaller amount, throughout the season, I'm going to be a happy boy. Now, just find me some everbearing raspberry and we got something going. Gray zucchini, doing well. All this leafage from one little French fingerling potato. I think we're about ready for harvests. I've reduced the watering on these. There you go. Fingerling potato, not a tomato. So yeah, so you can see there's some ready here. So I'm going to harvest that in the next few days. And we'll see what we get. This is from a potato that was saved from last year's harvest in August, or late July. And it managed to survive the entire winter in my cupboard. And over here, with about as much growth, but a bit more scraggly, Clancy potato. Started from seed, not potato seed. Not seed potato, but potato seed. An actual seed. More of a can-it-be-done kind of project. I've harvested a few. Most of them are about golf ball size. But I've harvested a few that were, baseball size. 3/4 of banana size. Taste-wise, they're fine. There's not particularly extraordinary flavor to them. Some of the lessies are starting to ripen. They're not massive in size. But because of the potatoes next door, they got maybe a little less sun than they should have. I've got 3 Lessia pepper plants in here. Hindsight, 2 would have probably been enough. They may sometimes look funky, but the flavor on a ripe Paul Robeson is amazing. Apparently, I don't know how to zoom. Come on. There we go. This should be a pretty good sized one. Paul Robeson. This will be my second harvested tomato. So not quite as productive as the Black Beauty, but he's got 3 more, 4 more, a little bit funky looking. Oh, I actually cut one of these down this morning, actually, so, yeah. This one's about to ripen up as well. So let's see, not the most productive, but these were all home-kept seeds. As long as the quality's good. Second generation Amish paste. Kept seeds. Seems to be doing quite well. Haven't harvested anything yet, but this one is starting to blush. And this one's about to start blush. Look at the size of this thing. This is going to be over a pound for one tomato. Amish paste is a good all-around fresh eating or sauce tomato. I will say though it has more seeds than the Black Beauty. So I'm really interested in finding out what the Black Beauty is flavor-wise with a sauce. Mind you, it doesn't produce as much as a single Roma tomato plant probably will in a season, but... And in what has become the fastest growing vine of the tomatoes, Téton de Venus. In my search for good sauce tomatoes, I came across this one, Téton de Venus. I suspect I've been using quite a lot of water this season. I haven't actually checked my measurements yet, but I will soon. Wait, hold on. Hang on. This is more than I expected. Holy crap. Keeps going. Alright, let's see what we got. It's on the first one. Fruiting at the wrong time. September 3rd, 2025. I've got some lemon thyme growing. Finally found a plant for that this season. Smell on these is nice. It can be a little offensive earlier in the season. Very citronella, but it's kind of toned down now. It's a bit sweeter, almost like lemon meringue. And then there's the lemongrass. Lemon flavor, obviously. Smell at least. What does it like to chew on? Definitely a lemon flavor to it. So good. And then we've got it's not peppermint, spearmint. Like those mint jellies. Oh, hello, Mr. B. Oh, get off of my face. Something is eating my blackberries. I suspect it's birds. Or maybe it's bees. Wasps? Not what I anticipated, though. It is enjoying my blackberries. Where'd you go, man? That's a cool thing to see. Ooh, look at that. Where you going now? I'm not gonna bug you. Preparations for 2026 blackberries are already in progress. Alright, buddy. Hello. Can I have the frisbee? I know what you're thinking. That's not a frisbee. It used to be. This is the ahi white, although it's more of a yellow color. Mostly crisp mint goes well. Trying a new one, burgundy. Some red cells, old seeds. And these are transplants of crisp mint. Also starting a patio snacker. It is October 7th, 2025. This is going to be the last day of summer temps. Things are about to get colder. This is the last Paul Robeson of the season. I'll be harvesting this today, saving these seeds. So this will be the second generation of Paul Robeson tomatoes. Amish paste. There's a few ripening here. They're pretty small, but they're ripening. I already harvested seeds from these, which are going to be third generation. Then you got this guy here. This is a Téton de Venus. Don't know that I'll be growing this one again next year. At least as a slicing tomato, flavor is very lacking. Hello? Can I help you? Contemplating putting my prickly cactus over here. This sweet 16 super dwarf apple seems to have done pretty well this year. I will probably move it, however, next year. It's in a pot, so that shouldn't be an issue, because it is right next to the sand cherry, which is taken over. If I can protect it from creatures this winter, it might actually make it through the winter and provide berries next year. The asparagus continues to grow, although it's setting in the fall colors. Should be enough beans and some carrots to harvest for Thanksgiving dinner. This gooseberry and currant patch will be changing a bit. Plants are too close together and it's too shaded. Boysenberry. I actually had to cut these off because they grew so much. And the rain begins. And so will fall after this rain. That's it. After today, temperatures drop. Carrots are alive. Whether I will get any harvests out of them is still questionable. Well, these don't have the leaves. hard freeze.